How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new installment of my series. I want to talk about the fact that I lack energy. I'm always low on energy at any given time. Every single person who's ever asked me, "So, how are you doing?" You could just assume it's going to be tired. I'm tired. Oh, are you getting enough sleep? Yeah, lots of it. Well, maybe you just need to sleep earlier in the day. That's okay. I sleep throughout the whole day and night. How? Well, then maybe you need to eat healthier. I eat lots of different vitamins. I started eating. I actually started eating certain vegetables to help with energy, and I've been working out more to help with energy, and none of it works. Well, clearly you're just sad. Maybe, like a little bit. Maybe just a smidge. Okay, you got me there. But no, I really don't have energy. I don't. I never do. And I don't like recording when I don't have energy because I don't know if you know this. You kind of need that in order to think of words to say. Because if you don't, then you start spacing out more, you start forgetting things, you lose track of what you're talking about. That's kind of a downside. It's a big Debbie Downer when you're talking to someone and then mid sentence you forgot what you were even talking about. What was I talking about? But here's the thing. I've even tried energy drinks. All right, I've tried coffee. There was one particular energy drink. I don't remember the name of it, but it was filled with cordyceps. That was concerning. I remember drinking it, and I felt like cobwebs were being brushed out of my mental state. I'm like, ooh, I feel awake. And I checked to see what was in there, and it said cordyceps, and I was like, ooh, I feel endangered. I feel like I might be in danger here. It's fine. Cordyceps do not affect humans. Yet. Last of Us, am I right? But I have tried so many different things. The thing I don't like about coffee and energy drinks is that it makes me feel like, yeah, I get energy, but then I get like this chemical sickness from it. A lot of people call it the crash. Like, oh, I'm experiencing my crash from shotgunning my monster energy drink and then going through a panic attack. But it feels chemical induced. Like I just inhaled bleach. Like it just feels icky. And I try not to do that. I try not to drink coffee or energy drinks. And a lot of the times I try just kind of like basically moving around. Like when I do these episodes and I start to feel just a little tired, I walk around. I spend like maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes cleaning. I try to get active. I try to move around. And the reason why I do that is because, and it's kind of true, but not fully. It's not exactly science. All right. So don't take my word on this. But when you move around, it increases your heart rate, which allows more blood flow to go to the head, which in my theory helps. My theory is if I get more blood to my brain, then I will have energy. And I don't know if that's true. That's just an opinion that I have. And then it helps. When I do move around and I start cleaning, sometimes it helps me think of ideas like what I should talk about next, which is a good thing. Um but the problem is that not everything I think of is a good subject. I'll be cleaning, I'll be uh, writing something, working on campaigns for Dungeons and Dragons because I am a DM, and then I'll be like, oh, I know what I should talk about. I should talk about XYZ. And then I'll turn on the microphone and I'll try talking about it, and I'll be done with the subject within a minute. just a full minute. And I'm like, oh, that was clearly not a good subject then. Because I try to extend these to about 10, 11 minutes, 12 minutes. So, whatever subject I'm going to talk about, it has to be something that I'm willing to kind of ramble on about for about 10 or so minutes. And if you don't have energy, good luck. I've done videos without energy. Okay. I've recorded on TikTok, I've recorded videos for YouTube, I've recorded videos for other platforms such as Clapper. And you could tell, you could see it. The low energy, the not really wanting to be here mentality. I'm I'm sort of recording this a little bit tired. But that's the thing, I'm always tired. I just have to like catch myself when I have somewhat of a high. Just somewhat of like, oh, I could do it today. Not because I have energy, just because, I'm not as tired at the very moment. And I think recently, the last time I wasn't like as tired is I just sort of took a really long break from making content, from talking to anyone really. I just spent 3 days doing nothing but sleep. I just turned all of my devices off. And here's the thing, when I read books, it kind of puts me to sleep. I like to read, it's just reading books puts me to sleep. I don't know why. I kind of do know why. I just don't want to. I just don't want to read. But those 3 days, I just was reading, going back to sleep, waking up, reading, going back to sleep, and so on and so forth. And it was just the amount of sleep that I had gotten that I had one solid day of just the most energy I had ever had. And I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, this is what a life feels like. And when I have energy, I can do goofy things. I love being goofy. Not the insulting way, by the way. Don't just be like, oh, he likes being goofy. What a goofy. No, not like that. All right, I just like being silly. And the feeling of being silly is fun. It's freeing. It really is. But that requires energy. And without it, well, you're just being sad. You're trying way too hard. And it shows. And you can see in a lot of my videos when I'm tired and I'm trying to be goofy, it does not come off that way. But the I don't have an answer. This episode is, there's no answer at the end of this of like, so how did you fix it? I never did. I still deal with it. I eat healthy ish. I'm not like eating healthy all of the time, but I have increased taking vitamins, and I have increased eating certain meals to help, encourage energy, which by the way has helped. It has. It's just not the levels I want it to be at. The energy I have gotten so far is the only reason why you're hearing me right now making this video. If I didn't do these steps, oh my God, I would be recording nothing ever. But so I eat healthier. I have, some vegetables like kale, and kale helps. That's vitamin K, right? Vitamin K is good, right? I try going outside a lot, which is like, of course, you've seen me do this because I have vlogs. I have so many vlogs of me going outside. And the reason why I try walking a lot, because a lot of people ask me, why are you walking? Why don't you drive there? Well, I'm trying to be active, I'm trying to record, but I'm also trying to stay cardio. I'm doing that. I do that every other day. I do cardio every other day. I sleep as much as I can. I take vitamins. I, drink plenty of water, and legitimately nothing works. I've looked at the long list of all the things you can do to have energy. None of it works. None of it. It is not working for me. So I'm just in this limbo. I'm just gonna keep making these videos with, what I can do, because the energy I have is what I can produce. And I I'm just working with what I got. The effort you're seeing, this is maximum effort. This is maximum energy I'm producing. And this is the best I can do. But I'm hoping at some point in my life I'll figure it out. I'll find a solution. And before anyone leaves something in the comments of like, well, have you tried this? Chances are I have, and I'm just too tired to think of it right now. Chances are I've done it, and I just haven't quite mentioned it in my list of things. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you for listening.